Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting game. Charleroi Cougars versus the Waynesburg Lady Raiders. Starting for the Lady Raiders, senior number 11, Riley Moorhead. Number 21, junior, Brianna Banky. Number 33, junior, Clara Paige Miller. Number 3, junior, Nina Sarah. And number 15, freshman, Kaylee Rahana. Lady Raiders are coached by Mr. Dave Sarah. And now for your Charleroi Lady Cougars. Number 5, sophomore, Lena Henderson. Number 14, freshman, Riley Jones. Number 22, junior, Hannah Karenko. Number 30, freshman, McKenna DeYounger. And number 33, freshman, Bella Corrado. Head coach for the Cougars, Mr. Billy Wagner, assisted by Mr. Mickey Hornack and Mr. Trey Tillman.
The lineups have been announced. National anthem has been sung.
And we're ready to broadcast.
And we are ready to go here on a Thursday night edition of MVI Live. One of 2 broadcasts here tonight. We are here from Charleroi High School, where the Charleroi girls basketball team will take on Waynesburg Central in a Section 2 3A matchup. The Cougars enter 2-5 overall, 1-3 in section play. Waynesburg 5-2 overall, 3-1 in section play. As we await the opening tip, I'm Jose Negron, assistant sports editor of the Mon Valley Independent, joined by Olivia Greco. Excited to get this one going, Liv.
Let's do it. I don't think we've ever done a broadcast together.
We have not. This is our first one.
Look out.
As Waynesburg wins the opening tip, and we are underway here at Charleroi High School. These 2 teams just went head-to-head on Saturday, with Waynesburg Central picking up a 68-54 victory. Waynesburg trying to strike first here. Nina Sarah to the basket, and she draws the foul.
I love from the girls game. 5 white.
You go now.
Check.
Can't hear? Only in one ear.
Yeah, me too.
Nina Sarah goes to free throw line.
And she misses the first.
Free throw shooting will likely be a big factor in this one.
We say it every single game.
Say it every game, and it rings true. And Sarah hits the second to give Waynesburg a 1-0 lead. Now Charleroi with their first possession of the night. Long pass. It was nearly intercepted. Bella Corrado, though, called for the travel. First turnover of the night goes to the Cougars. The Charleroi team led by a couple good offensive threats. In that Saturday loss to Waynesburg Central, Boots Donger with a game-high 23 points. She had 10 in the fourth quarter of that defeat. Riley Jones had 12 and 10 for Bella Corrado, so they did have some balance there with 3 in double figures. As Waynesburg Central attempts one there.
That's a big rebound by Boots.
Big rebound there by DeYounger. Now Charleroi the other way, and then another turnover there by Hannah Karenko, and now it's going back to the Red Raiders. Nice job by Lena Henderson to get in front of one. She gets a steal, and she draws a foul. First foul of the night for Waynesburg Central, and that's going to be on number 21, Brianna Inbound to Corrado. Corrado going to take a quick jumper. That doesn't fall. Nice offensive rebound there, though, by Riley Jones. Now DeYounger will take it back toward midcourt. Step back jumper there by Riley Jones, no good. Waynesburg the other way. Here comes Sarah. Sarah gets her pocket picked, and Charleroi going to take it the other way. Not the most crisp passing here within the first 2 minutes, but
a lot of sloppy basketball right now. And those are just possessions that you let go when you don't score and you have turnovers.
every possession counts, and there's a foul drawn by Jones, so she will go to the free throw line.
I was really impressed with her the other night at Cal. Whenever the team wasn't scoring very much, she kind of stepped up.
Yeah, it seems like she's been pretty consistent early on here. As Jones misses the first. Second is no good, but a nice job by DeYounger to get to it, but goes off her hands and out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Waynesburg Central. So missed opportunity there to get on the board for Charleroi. Nice pressure defense here, and a nice steal by DeYounger, and she's going to be able to convert there for the first points of the game for Charleroi.
If they can continue this pressure, it's going to really, I think, affect the Waynesburg Raiders here tonight.
Good defense makes for a good offense.
For sure.
You always create offensively by being solid on the defensive end, and that's what I think the Cougars are going to try to do here, which you can probably expect a low-scoring game. I believe it's 2-1, correct? It's supposed to be 2?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 2.
Let's say
no, it's supposed to be
1-0 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 2-1.
Hey, 1-4.
Score's wrong, guys. Points.
Waynesburg trying to bring it up court, but nice pressure by Charleroi. DeYounger with another nice steal. She's going to go to the hoop. Unable to convert, but Charleroi getting pressure on this Waynesburg offense, as Waynesburg did have some issues there getting the ball up court.
Whenever you turn the ball over early in a game, it kind of just sets the tone for the rest of the game, and you kind of get a little bit nervous. You can tell on their faces.
Hurts the confidence of the offensive team and builds the confidence of the team playing defense.
Because no one really wants to make those turnovers, so they want to give the ball up.
Right. A nice defensive play there by Henderson. Now Charleroi going the other way. Riley Jones for 2, and she converts. So some more good defense by Charleroi, creating on the offensive end as
Sarah gets a nice layup right there.
Nice answer by Nina Sarah. Deficit is back to 1 for Waynesburg.
Both teams are pressing here. Charleroi did a nice job of getting through that. Bella Corrado for 2. She misses it, and Waynesburg brings it down the court.
Nina Sarah again. She has all 3 points for Waynesburg here in the early going, and it's going to go off Hannah Karenko and out of bounds. Stays in favor of Waynesburg Central.
CP Miller back in the game for Waynesburg. She's a big help to them.
She is. Nina Sarah for 3, and that's good. 4:11 to go here in the opening quarter, and Nina Sarah gives Waynesburg Central a 6-4 lead on a nice 3. She has all 6 points here for Waynesburg in the first.
I've known her my whole life. Her dad and my dad are good friends.
I'm sure you've had some battles with her on the court.
Oh yeah, a couple.
Charleroi Bella Corrado, a nice jumper. No good. And now Waynesburg Central, a rebound by CP Miller, and now Waynesburg goes the other way. Kaylee Rahana to the hoop. She is able to convert. And she draws a foul, so she will go to the free throw line to potentially complete the three-point play.
I think overall, from the basketball I've seen this season so far, transition defense has not been very good.
It seems like teams do struggle with that a little bit. As Jones hits a jumper there with 3:16 on the clock to make it 8-6. Seems like Waynesburg trying to maybe quicken the pace a little bit as CP Miller takes a jumper. And it falls.
Yeah, if you can get the ball up the court before the press gets time to set up, it's always the best thing to do. Sarah gets the rebound. She brings it down the court.
Sarah able to convert on the other end, and you mentioned that transition defense.
Yep.
Wasn't ideal there by the Cougars.
Nope.
And Sarah able to convert. She now has 8 points all on her own for Waynesburg as they lead 12-6. Just under 2.5 to go.
Boots for three, and Nina gets another rebound.
Sarah's really dominated here in the early going.
Yeah, she has. And that's a nice pass by CP Miller.
A bucket there by Josie Horn.
Let's go. Backside now. Get yourself in the
Horn with her first bucket of the game, and Charleroi going to take a full timeout here with 2 minutes to go. A 14-6 lead for Waynesburg Central. And Nina Sarah right now leading the way with 8 points for Waynesburg, 4 points for Riley Jones. And we mentioned the balance that Charleroi has, but Waynesburg has some balance as well.
Yeah,
in Saturday's win, they got 23 points from Kaylee Rohana, 15 from CP Miller, and 13 from Brenna Banky. Charleroi trailed by 1 after the first quarter of that game. We're outscored 37-22 in those middle quarters, and then we're able to win that fourth 19-17. But second and third quarter struggles really hurt the Cougars in that one.
Playing a complete game has been tough for a lot of teams this season so far.
Absolutely, you got to play a complete 32 minutes, and
yep.
I'm sure.
You just got to break it down. Each quarter, you just got to break it down. Try to win. It's like a little battle.
Absolutely. You just got to win the first quarter, you got to win the second quarter. Then you got to win the third and the fourth.
Yep.
There's still always room for improvement.
We're ready to get back going here. 14-6 Waynesburg lead with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Waynesburg with possession. Some nice defense here by Charleroi.
Yeah, they're showing a lot of intensity.
They need to stop here, try to trim away at this deficit, but there's Horn again for 2 and makes it a 10-point lead for Waynesburg Central.
Let's try bounce pass. Let's try some bounce passes.
Chad Corrado wants to see more bounce pads.
Yeah. I agree with him. You cannot throw through people. That does not work. And neither does not catching the ball.
That also seems to provide problems.
I always said if you can get at least 2 hands on the ball, it needs to be caught. Or at least one, like 1 or 2. Like, I don't know how you don't catch it after you have 2 hands on it.
Turnover there on a travel called on Horn. Big possession here for Charleroi as they trail by 10. The minute 30 to go here in the first quarter, and you don't want to take a double-digit deficit into the second. Corrado for 3. That is good.
That's a good shot.
So it's 16-9 on Bella Corrado's first points of the night. Here's Nina Sarah, an answer. That's no good. Nice rebound there by Rohana, and Waynesburg unable to get the offensive rebound. Goes off a hand. And so you get right back to the Cougars.
I think CP Miller's hurting down there. They just took her out. She's been limping up and down the court.
Miller heads to the bench with under a minute to go, and some nice defense there by Rohana. She's able to deflect a Lena Henderson pass and goes out of bounds, stays Charleroi ball.
Seeking the space.
DeYounger, nice job getting it across mid-court. She goes right to the hole. And a good bucket there by DeYounger to make it a 5-point game.
Her strength and speed will help her get through that press. Sometimes it's easier to dribble through it, like in that scenario, so she just got to go.
Travel there on Waynesburg, and Charleroi now a chance to trim into this deficit a little bit more here, as they have played really, really well here in this last minute and 20 seconds, scoring 5 unanswered by Bella Corrado and Boots DeYounger. Waynesburg's lead down to 16-11, but a travel called there on Jones. Seems like turnovers have really hindered both of these teams here in the early going. Rohana straight in.
Somebody's got to step in front of her.
Rohana, we said, scored 23 points in that win Saturday, and Charleroi unable to get the shot off at the buzzer. So at the end of one is Waynesburg Central 18, Charleroi 11. And the Cougars a nice job of being able to trim that deficit to 5. Had an opportunity to trim it to maybe 1 possession there at the end, but a costly turnover leads to 2 by Kaylee Rohana in the final seconds. And the Cougars see themselves down by 7 after 1 quarter.
Elite Physical Therapy. Although insurance does not always cover wellness and preventative care, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness offers very affordable wellness programs and packages to improve your body's overall wellness and performance. Our packages are top-notch in improving overall health and wellness and athletic performance for all ages. Go see Valley native Dr. Emilio Gallus and his staff for all your physical therapy and sports injury treatment needs. Visit them on the web at www.eliteptw.com or arrange a consultation at 638 Rostraver Road, Bell Vernon, PA.
Thank you to Elite Physical Therapy for stepping in as one of our sponsors here on MVI Live. We appreciate their work.
Jeremy definitely does.
Jeremy definitely does. He sees it firsthand. Dr. Emilio Gallus was on our Valley Sports Guys podcast a couple weekends ago. We appreciated his appearance, was telling us a little bit about
Jeremy's
Elite
coaching
Physical
career,
Therapy and Jeremy's coaching career as well. An illustrious middle school coaching career at California is bucket there for Charleroi. And it's a 5-point game once again.
While this Charleroi defense is really capitalizing, Bella Corrado goes to the basket.
Unable to convert, but a nice rebound there by DeYounger, but unable to hold on to it. That last bucket for Charleroi is from Riley Jones. She's now up to 6 points for the Cougars. And Jones, DeYounger, and Corrado have combined for all 13 of Charleroi's points. Nina Sarah wide open. She's able to get to the basket, and she lifts a floater up and in.
They got to rotate on that press. They're not getting their coverages.
Sarah now up to 10 points already here through just over the quarter of play. Corrado 3, no good. Sarah with the defensive board, and she's been pretty good here on the defensive boards as well.
Yeah, she's been just finding the ball.
Getting rebounds and using her quickness to get down court really fast. And corner 3 there by Moorhead. Riley Moorhead is no good.
His boots push it. Oh, another turnover.
Another traveling call, as that's called on Lena Henderson.
They're just rushing it. They're just rushing it.
I know they want to work fast, but you got to make sure that you're not having these costly mistakes that are going to end up hurting you at the end.
Because that would have been a bucket.
Absolutely. 20-13 Waynesburg Central lead. Just over a minute and a half here into the second quarter. Buckets by Riley Jones and Nina Sarah here in the early going as CP Miller puts one up. She gets her own offensive rebound. She puts up another one. That doesn't fall. Went off the hands of Moorhead and into the hands of Henderson. Now Corrado tries to bring it up, but that one's intercepted by Miller, and Miller able to get past the Charleroi defense, and she's able to draw the foul.
I think we have a player down.
You know, it looks like
White, 14.
Play stay in front of your bench, 33. You can come back and shoot 2.
Just stay on the floor, guys.
33.
2-foot pass, Will. 2-foot pass. No need for it.
we take a injury timeout. 5:56 to go here in the second quarter. 20-13 Waynesburg lead. Lena Henderson able to walk off the court under her own power.
33 you're shooting too.
33 on the line.
CP Miller going to go to the line here to shoot two. Potentially give Waynesburg a 9-point lead if she's able to convert on both. Miller with 2 points so far here in this one. This is the first. Liv, what's the key to free throw shooting?
Repetition and practice. And that's something you do in the off season.
Do you think players practice it enough?
I do not. I do not. Sometimes you just got to do the little things that you can control, and you can control having a good routine and making your free throws. I know for a lot of people that want more playing time, if you can make your free throws, a coach will put you in at the end of the game. And that shot is good by Morgan Snyder.
Snyder makes it a 6-point game. First bucket of the game from Morgan Snyder. Now Charleroi able to take advantage of that turnover. Long pass down court that sailed off the fingertips and went out of bounds, and now Charleroi looking to take advantage, and DeYounger is going to draw a foul.
It's a good take by Boots. And she makes the first.
Now up to 5 points on the night. She makes both. 21-17 Waynesburg lead now with just under 5.5 to go here in the second quarter.
They're chipping away.
In the early going, Charleroi has outscored Waynesburg 6-3 here. So they continue to find a way to trim away at this deficit. Thank you to 34 people tuning in right now. We, like we mentioned before, this is a double stream night.
Oh.
As Waynesburg draws the foul, and Rohana will go to the free throw line.
It's the only competition we have in the game.
We do have another stream at Trinity High School. Thomas Jefferson girls taking on the Hillers. We know all about the Hillers. We've seen plenty of them play in the Mon Valley Independent Summer Basketball League as Rohana misses her first free throw. She makes the second. 5-point game.
I think if you're Charleroi, you need to cut to the middle harder. They're just kind of walking up there and jogging.
Nice opportunity there, but a nice block by CP Miller. She takes it the other way. Sarah for three. Good.
She's having a game, man.
13 points for Nina Sarah. She pushes the lead back to 8.
Jones gets an easy layup there.
Riley Jones.
Now 8 points for Riley Jones. Appreciate Liv being able to make up for my silence there. Trying to take down the play-by-play. And when I'm not quick enough, Liv is just there to pick me up.
I try my best.
CP Miller will head to the free throw line once again.
Number 20.
Her team up by 6, 25-19, 4:11 to go here in the second quarter. Miller hits the first.
Lena Henderson back in the game for Bella Corrado.
Linda Henderson back in for the Lady Cougars.
Also want to let the 39 people that are watching know that the chat's open.
Yeah, what is there someone in the chat?
Yeah. Open up some conversation.
We'll shout you out.
Give us some trivia or something,
Yeah.
you know, like interact with us. Let us know how we're doing. Give us some encouragement. Whatever you like. Charleroi trailing by 8 here with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Dongere travel. A lot of travel calls on Charleroi
yeah.
here in this
For
one.
both teams.
For both teams, yep.
Traveling and not catching the ball.
Charleroi might want to get back into that pressure defense that they were working well with earlier.
Yeah.
It seemed like they were able to get some turnovers and turn that into transition points and kind of got them away from that a little bit.
Let's see what Charleroi does here on the offensive end. They've not really set up an offense this whole game.
And the Henderson 3 no good. A little scrum for the ball, and they're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to go in favor of Waynesburg.
You gotta look at when he shot it. First time down.
Sarah inside to CP Miller. Miller, a nice pass over to Benke.
That was a little bit too easy, I think. They look tired out there.
Charleroi seems like they're fading a little bit. 8-2 run over the last about minute and 44 seconds.
That's a good shot. I don't know who that girl is, or I would have said.
Frisetti with the 3. (29-21) now in favor of Waynesburg. 2.5 to go, and they're going to call a foul on Sarah.
On that last possession, CP Miller didn't shoot the ball. Last year, when I played against her, she definitely would have shot that ball. I don't know why she's not shooting on the outside, but she's not a bad shooter.
Did CP play in the Grub League?
She did, yeah,
right?
she did. I'm not sure if she played last season. I know she's played before.
Yeah, I recognize the name.
Yeah, she played on Bria's team.
AMD Industries.
Yeah.
That's a floater there by Rohana.
And Waynesburg takes a timeout. Full timeout.
Rohana now with 7 points in this one. It's 31-21. As that Reese Eddy shot was a 2, not a 3. So a 31-21 lead for Waynesburg with 2:05 to go here in the second quarter. Kaylee Rohana with that floater gives her 7 points now on the night. 13 for Nina Sarah. Right now, Riley Jones leading the way for Charleroi with 8. 42 people.
Oh, wow.
Which I technically, I guess, am considered one of those people, considering I do have the stream here on my phone just to check it out, monitor the chat.
Did anyone say anything in the chat?
No one has said anything in the chat yet.
Man.
Nobody wants to talk to us.
Come on. Come on, everybody.
Yeah.
41
give us some
people, come
score
on.
updates,
Yeah.
whatever you'd like.
Just say something.
Again, we are doing a double stream for the first time here tonight. For this one, Charleroi, Waynesburg Central, Mon Valley Independent Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron with Olivia Greco.
Yep.
Dee Delamalva and Ashley Chase are on the call at Trinity. And Morgan Snyder with a jumper. Now 4 points for Snyder.
CP Miller goes to the basket, and that's good. It's a good take.
33-23. As we get closer to the 1 minute mark here in the second quarter. Henderson looking for an open teammate.
That's a good shot.
Morgan Snyder with another one. Now 6 points for Morgan Snyder off the bench. She hit some big shots, but now the Cougars need to get some stops here. The three goes in and out, and
She gets her own rebound.
unable to get the defensive rebound out of the Cougars, and tried to get a turnover there, but unsuccessful, and Waynesburg draws the foul.
I feel bad that one banner is all by itself. That one senior banner.
Yes, there is only one senior banner over there.
Yeah.
Can you tell who it is?
I can't. If anyone knows in the chat
Yeah,
who the lone senior is for Charleroi,
And we can confirm it, then we'll get a prize.
Olivia.
Yeah.
Maddie.
It's Maddie Duhon.
Chad just ruined
Yeah,
the
come
surprise.
on. We just wanted people to chat us.
Even Chad doesn't want anybody to chat
Yeah.
with us.
I'm gonna check.
Okay.
And the Horn makes both from the charity stripe. It's a 10-point game once again, 35-25, as Waynesburg's kind of maintained this 10-point advantage for really the last 3 or so minutes.
Charleroi needs to get a good look here going into the locker room. No silly turnovers here. Get the last shot, I think.
The Cougars are able to generate points quickly. We've seen it at times tonight where they have been able to have a couple seconds within points and possessions. As Henderson able to draw a foul there with 10.3 on the clock. Calls on Riley Moorhead.
And that's her second foul.
First one no good. Second is good. So it's a 9-point game, and Waynesburg trying to get this back in the double figures, but
Let's go.
This is ideal.
Another turnover, and
Ideal placement to get a good basket.
yep, here's Charleroi with 7 seconds to go. A chance to get one shot off.
Look at, oh my goodness.
Get back to
Oh my
And a
god.
turnover, but DeYoungers did a good job of not being able to of holding on to the ball, but then she gets called for a travel, and now 3.7 seconds on the clock, and Waynesburg with a chance to inbound and shoot. Gets into the hands of Rohana. Rohana going to take one from
And it's
beyond
no good.
midcourt, and it's no good. And Waynesburg goes into halftime with a 35-26 lead over Charleroi.
And we're back.
And we are back. Hey, Liv, tell me a a little bit about Camel Coffee Company.
Are you looking for a solid start to your daily routine? Look no further than the newly opened Camel Coffee Company in Washington Township, Bell Vernon. Camel Coffee Company is open daily from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring Intelligentsia coffee and other custom-made and community-brewed coffee. You can also add a pastry and sandwiches to your daily routine as well. Camel Coffee Company offers free Wi-Fi and is locally owned and operated, so go check them out along Route 201 directly across from the Washington Township Fire Department.
We'll tell you a little bit about our other sponsors here as we go here in the third quarter as we're ready to begin play in the second half. Charleroi trailing by 9, 35-26. And the Cougars will start out with possession here in the second half.
Let's see what they do against Waynesburg's 2-3 defense.
Nice defense there by Waynesburg as they force the turnover, but now a jump ball as the ball went to the floor. And
there are a couple spots on the court that you never want to pick up your dribble, and one is in the corners and before you get across the half-court line, because then you're stuck.
You ever think about coaching, Liv? Nina Sarah takes a three, no good.
You know what? No, I have not.
You've never considered it?
I mean, I think it'd be fun.
Corrado tried to get to the hoop, but is denied, and Waynesburg the other way, but now Boots the Younger with a steal, and she uses her speed and quickness to get down court and get a bucket for the Cougars.
She is super athletic, more athletic than you think she would be, but she is really speedy.
DeYounger a bucket to make it a 7-point game.
You're jogging, let's go.
Now Charleroi the other way, and another turnover there by the Cougars.
Don't jog down the court.
DeYounger now up to 8 points for Charleroi, and it seems like the turnovers continue to pile up for Charleroi.
They had 10 in the first half, so that's 10 possessions, no score for them.
Already a few here to begin the second half as there's a rebound by Jones, and now Charleroi is going to go the other way.
Go ahead, answer.
Another turnover by Charleroi.
The Cougars continue to struggle
And they're all and
here with
just
that, and they're
Hey, is that green up there? We're still live, right?
they're just struggling in their half-court offense, which that should be bread and butter.
haven't been able to generate much consistency on the offensive end.
It's been off Waynesburg's turnovers, really, and pushing the ball up the court.
Yeah, I mean, I think Charleroi at this point lucky to be down only by 7.
Yeah, because
2 minutes into this third quarter.
they were pushing it, now they're not. And that was how when they were playing their best, is whenever they had more urgency and were playing with some intensity. That's a good move.
Corrado, a nice take to the bucket, and she drains it and is able to draw the foul. Corrado will go to the free throw line.
This freshman class from Charleroi has been exposed to a lot of, during their soccer season, a lot of varsity time, and that's going to help them when they get older. And even this freshman season, they're playing above the freshman level basketball.
Absolutely. Corrado and DeYounger both very pivotal players for the Charleroi girls soccer team this past fall.
Sometimes you forget that they're that young.
We've also got to see them play during the summer league as well,
Yeah.
so it's a little bit different because we have been able to see them get this experience. There's a bucket there by Benke. 3-pointer by Corrado's no good.
As Riley Moorhead got that rebound, and
Waynesburg the other way. Open shot there by Benke. She chooses to pass it back to Moorhead.
one thing that what always frustrate me whenever I played was when teams didn't move the ball faster. And being able to watch the game now, you realize how open it really is when you move the ball.
How many missed opportunities that can cause.
And it's so frustrating when you're playing, but think of how many good shots you can get up if you move the ball. And not just a three-pointer, but you move the ball and it moves the defense and you can drive to the basket.
Waynesburg calls a timeout with 4:36 to go here in the third quarter. A 37-30 lead for the Raiders.
If you have recently bought a home or refinanced your current home, have you considered changing your homeowner's insurance? The Michael Williamson Farmers Insurance Agency offers great rates and excellent customer service. Give them a call at 724-292-8066 or visit the office at 214 West Main Street in Monongahela. The Michael Williamson Farmers Insurance Agency is proud to sponsor MVI Live and Mon Valley Athletics. As his daughter Eden plays tonight against CJ in our other broadcast.
A summer league player for AMD Industries, the defending champions of the girls division.
And she's a beast. She's already a beast. She's going to be really good when she gets a little bit older too.
As we are back to play, Waynesburg now with possession, looking to extend on this 7-point lead as CP Miller takes a shot, and that gets stuck in between the rim and the backboard.
I've done that my plenty share of times.
In your day?
Yeah.
Back in your day?
It's always a little bit embarrassing when you do that.
Back in your playing day? It's almost like it was yesterday, right?
I know, right? I miss it. I really do miss it.
Last year.
Yeah. I miss it.
Charleroi, an important possession here. 37-30 is the lead for Waynesburg, and Cougars were able to get it down to 5, but a floater by Banky pushed it back to the 7-point advantage. Shot there by Jones, and she's able to draw the foul, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Jones with 8 points, so chance to get over or into double figures. She gets the first. So for the moment, it is a 6-point game.
Number 20, Horn.
Reaching the midway point here in this third quarter. Riley Jones makes both. Let's make it 37-32 now with 4 minutes to go. Waynesburg now down court.
Another travel.
And a travel on the Raiders, and now an opportunity for the Cougars to potentially make this a one-possession game.
They've been chipping away at this the whole game. Have they had a lead yet? The whole game? Have they had one?
Let's see. Have the Cougars had a lead?
I think they've been playing behind all game.
They did have a lead early on at 4-1. Within the first about 3 minutes of the game. And timeout by Waynesburg Central as Josie Horn was kind of in trouble there in the corner. Good defensive effort by Charleroi. And a timeout by Waynesburg Central. Hey, Liv, is there a specific place in Belle Vernon, in particular, Washington Township, that you like to eat?
Oh, I do. I like the Foster House, too. Foster House 2 is now open for dine-in and carry-out. Don't miss one of the famous King sandwiches from the Foster House, which now has pizza by the slice and pizza burgers available all day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Watch all the Penguins games on the big screen TVs with a feature of 22-ounce Coors Light drafts for $2.50 during the games. The kitchen is open until 11:30 p.m., so don't miss some of the best food the Valley has to offer at the Foster House 2 in Washington Township, Belle Vernon.
I could go for some Foster House.
I haven't had Foster House in so long.
It's a good spot.
It is a good spot.
5-point game. We did see that picture.
We did.
And it made me very hungry. I have not tried the pizza at Foster House. So
Me either, but I love pizza burgers.
I do too.
I just got into them recently and I love them.
As CP Miller converts here for Waynesburg Central, and that's the first bucket in 2 minutes for Waynesburg.
The CP Miller tips it out of bounds. It's still Charleroi ball.
Only 4 points for Waynesburg here in this third quarter. They've been outscored 6-4.
They were hot before the half, and now they've kind of cooled down a lot.
But the good news for them is the Cougars continue to struggle on the offensive end. Is another turnover costly for Charleroi.
They're doing I call this the junior high dribble. They dribble it once and pick it up. When you do that, then you can't dribble again. You can't go anywhere.
Yeah, you put yourself in a double dribble situation. Corrado tried to get the rebound, but a nice save there by Rohana. And Miller with a jumper. And it's a 9-point game once again. Back-to-back buckets by CP Miller. Less than a minute apart from one another. And it seems like Charleroi just cannot get that lead trimmed out as much as they try to trim away.
They can't figure it out on the offensive set. It's not like Waynesburg's putting a lot of pressure on them.
Miller again with a bucket inside. 6 straight points for CP Miller. She now has 13 in this one, and it is a 43-32 lead for Waynesburg with under 2 minutes to go. Shot by Corrado, no good. Now Waynesburg the other way. Rohana inside. She can't get it, but Miller gets the rebound and a bucket. And a timeout called by Charleroi as it is 45-32 in favor.
That's a big hit.
Of Waynesburg Central with 1:29 on the clock. CP Miller has scored 8 straight points for Waynesburg. Now up to 15 on the night.
That's a CP Miller I know.
For the last minute and a half. 8 straight. And the Cougars now see themselves with a 13-point deficit.
Do you know the working man, Jose?
I know a few.
I'm not a working man.
one or two, or 3 or 4, 5. Not like 10 or anything, but you know. But tell me more, Liv.
Do you need something done around your house, especially when it comes to your HVAC system? Look no further than the working man. Give Chuck Merlack a call for your HVAC and plumbing needs. But that's not all the working man does. Electrical, framing, drywall, excavation, water, and fire restoration. You name it, he can likely do it. An authorized Lexon dealer, the working man also offers apprenticeship programs and can provide excavating help you with your insurance claims, and now features whole house air cleaners to help kill viruses. Call the working man at 724-557-2028 for all your HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and building needs.
I trust the working man.
I trust the working man too.
As Waynesburg they get a defensive rebound on the Lena Henderson miss, and now Waynesburg looking to extend on this 13-point lead as the Cougars looked like they were kind of building on something, and they trimmed their deficit to 5. But an 8-0 run all behind CP Miller. It's given Waynesburg a lead, and now there's another bucket by Josie Horn. And it's 47-32. Horn now with 6 points on the night. Charleroi trying to stop the bleeding a little bit here. It's currently a 10-0 run for the Raiders. The younger 3 no good. Horn with the rebound, and now Waynesburg goes the other way, potentially maybe holding it for the last shot as we reach under 30 seconds to go. A 3 there by Rohana is good.
And I think that's the dagger that
might be.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt the Cougars a lot coming into this fourth quarter.
Rohana, a 3-pointer. A 13-0 run now for Waynesburg as Charleroi tries to maybe at least get a point here. Riley Jones, a shot in close, a good look, but does not fall, and is 50-32 in favor of Waynesburg Central at the end of 3 quarters.
That is not what you want going into the fourth quarter.
Charleroi had this at 37-32, a 5-point deficit, and then in the final 3:18 of the third quarter, a 13-0 run.
How about
By Waynesburg Central.
CP Miller?
CP Miller, the first 8 points of that run.
She
She
started
was
it.
huge there.
Yep. That's just showing her leadership and her experience right there, taking the game over for her team.
As we go into the fourth quarter with a 50-32 game, Waynesburg Central on top. CP Miller leading the way with 15 points, 10 points for Riley Jones, and I believe now Kaylee Rohana is now up to 10 points as well. And, of course, the 13 points for Nina Serra, who had a really strong first half. I don't think no points for Nina Serra there in that third quarter, but she didn't really have to lead the way there, as CP Miller was able to lead the way, and Rohana was able to get that big 3 there with under 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, that was
to put
big.
this somewhat out of reach, as Charleroi needs
They need to pick it up.
to pick things up here in the last 8 minutes if they want to come back from this 18-point deficit.
It's like they get so close.
A steal there by DeYounger, and DeYounger is going to draw the foul, so a nice start here for the Cougars. As Boots will head to the free throw line. DeYounger misses, or makes the first, sorry. I don't know why I said the word misses when she put it in the hoop. She makes a second, so now DeYounger and Riley Jones both in double figures with 10 points.
She's a tough player. She really... Oh,
They're going to call a foul on Boots here.
that's the intensity that the whole Charleroi Cougars team needs to get back in this game. Her intensity, she's always the one going after it.
She does play strong defensively, and obviously she's a leading contributor
there you
offensively,
go.
and there's a steal by DeYounger, and she turns that into 2.
Hopefully her other teammates pick up on her aggressiveness and they follow suit.
And 2 steals for DeYounger have turned into 4 points, 2 at the free throw line, and now on a bucket inside, and there's a foul on Lena Henderson. DeYounger has been a huge difference maker here in this first minute to make this a 14-point game, and that's what you're going to need if you want to get back into this game. You're going to need to play solid defense,
And they have fouls to give, so they need to go after
force
it.
the Raiders into some mistakes, and convert on the offensive end of the floor.
Because neither team has been playing very well and there's pressure applied. So
A lot of games that I've seen lately, especially this week, covered South Allegheny boys, I covered Monessen boys last night, as there's another turnover on Waynesburg. And it seems like defense has really been key, and it's really turned into good offensive nights for those types of teams. They called a turnover there. Nice start to this fourth quarter for Charleroi. Can they convert here? And a timeout called by the Cougars.
back to your defense comment. A lot of kids don't realize that, like you said earlier, that defense transitions into offense. But it takes heart to play good defense and effort to play good defense. Anyone can go in the corner and shoot threes. But to play good defense and have pride,
Reload it. It's there. It's running.
Okay.
First one, live. It's not live. I have the audio. I'm recording it.
Should we keep going then? Should we keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, we're still good, Liv.
we are here.
We are here. 14-point game. Cougars with possession after the timeout. And Corrado for three, no good. It went off the hands of Josie Horn and out of bounds.
It's a good shot, though. They'll fall eventually. That's one thing. I feel like girls get really discouraged when they don't start making their shots, but they just got to keep going for it.
The Cougars, not a good shot there as Waynesburg gets the rebound and goes the other way. I think the Raiders kind of at this point just want to slow things down.
They don't really need to score much more.
No, they just got to play
They need to play smart.
Play good defense and try to get the right shots. His jump ball is called, and it's going to go back to Charleroi as McKenna DeUnger returns to the court. Nina Henderson to the bench. Charleroi. Morgan Snyder with a bucket. 6 unanswered for Charleroi as it's a 12-point game. Snyder gets her eighth points of the night.
I feel like whenever Boots is in the game, everyone just picks up off her energy.
She's definitely the energetic leader of this group.
For sure.
Banky with a floater.
And if she's already showing leadership at this young of an age, she's going to be a really nice player when she gets to be an upperclassman.
I think the Charleroi team does have some talent here that they can build around for the future. A couple
Definitely.
really young players. And we've seen a lot of good players come out of this Charleroi program.
Yep.
There it is.
DeYounger able to get to the hoop.
I remember growing up that group with Aislinn, Lee, Sierra Shore, Maria Clayball.
Caitlin Riley, Maria Clayball, yeah.
I used to think they were the coolest people ever.
They had a couple really good years.
They did. It was fun to watch them.
Not just the basketball team, but the soccer team as well here at Charleroi.
That was a pretty good class.
Fouls called.
But yeah, I remember those days. I looked up to them.
Krebs League stars as well.
Yep. Became good friends with them.
Yeah, that was the best part about Summer League, I think, for you kids was getting to build those relationships.
Making friends with people I never would have thought I'd make friends with.
Or never even, played against or played with. As Banky goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line to make this a 54-38 game.
Yep, summers will never be the same. That's what I loved the most, was playing in the summertime. That was so much fun.
It was fun for us to get to cover you guys during your playing careers as well. .441 to go here. In this one is Morgan Schneider is at the free throw line.
Number 5, Henderson back in for Charleroi.
I don't think she played at Cal the other night. I don't remember seeing her on the court.
Snyder misses both as it still remains a 54-38 lead for Waynesburg, and now the Raiders will go the other way.
If Jeremy was here right now, he'd be distracted by that little boy.
Jeremy would be distracted by a laser pointer. There's a foul there on Charleroi, and now Waynesburg will inbound. Up by 16. CP Miller, a 3, no good. A nice rebound there by Josie Horn. She gets it back to Banky. Rahana across to Nina Sarah. Charleroi still playing some solid defense here. You don't want to foul, but you want to try to make something happen on this defensive end. Make some turnovers occur as we're now under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
White 30.
That's only her second foul. They have a couple more to give. But they're playing tough. They're trying to make steals and make things happen. That's an okay foul, I think.
Yeah, you gotta try to
do
something to switch things up and create some offense when you're down by this much. It's a foul called there, and that will be called on Morgan Snyder. Looks like the Charleroi bench wanted a travel call there.
And that's her fifth. She's out of the game.
Thanks, Jen. Shout out to Jen Cottalupi, our lovely photographer.
She's awesome.
Getting shots here tonight. CP Miller, a jumper, no good. Rebound by DeYounger. Of course, I will have a full game story recap of this one in tomorrow's Mon Valley Independent, so be sure to pick up a copy, take a look at our e-edition, subscribe if you haven't already.
I think they're doing a 60 days free e-edition, right?
Yeah, I think we can tell them about that here shortly.
33
The next time out or so, we'll tell you a little bit about our 60 days free. You can have 60 days free if you listen to what we have to say.
And maybe if you say something in the chat.
Yeah, if you say something in the chat, we'll give you 60 days free. Another turnover for Charleroi, and Waynesburg Central takes over, and the Cougars haven't scored over the last almost about 2.5 minutes here.
They kind of look defeated out there.
Yeah, they scored the first 6 points of this half and really look to kind of be building some momentum, some needed momentum. As they trim their deficit down to 12, but now Brianna Banky with 4 straight points, and Waynesburg just controlling the tempo in the final minutes. As we're now under 3 to go. Charleroi is trying to make something happen here on the defensive end of the floor, trying to create some turnovers, and a turnover is created. Travel call. I guess I'll give Charleroi's defense credit for the
definitely.
Travel, you know?
Let's see what they do here.
DeYounger brings it across midcourt. She's led the way for the Cougars tonight, 12 points. Riley Jones with 10, both in double figures. DeYounger a 3, no good. Rebounded by Rohana. And the Cougars getting down on the floor, trying to fight for loose balls, and
it's going to be Waynesburg's ball.
Goes back to the Raiders. Neither team has really scored over the last 2+ minutes.
No, they haven't.
Last points are scored by Banky at the 4:54 mark, pair of free throws. Nina Sarah, a 3. She's been quiet in the second half, as she had 13 in the first half. It seems like every quarter a different Waynesburg player has stepped up on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah.
And there's another travel by Waynesburg. We've seen way too many walking.
Way too many, yeah.
Way too much.
Happy
walking.
feet.
Indeed. A little too happy.
Yeah.
Mellow down here, girls. We reached the 2-minute mark here in the final quarter of play. Section 2 3A matchup between the host Cougars and visiting Raiders. Anna Karenko for 3, no good. Rebounded by Banky.
And she works at Perked Up, where we have our Valley Sports Guys podcast.
The Valley Sports Guys podcast this Sunday at Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi. So
check us out.
Come visit Hannah. Come visit us. Support a local business. Support 2 local businesses.
Yeah, right.
At the same time, as Waynesburg Central will call a timeout. And Liv, you did mention a little earlier a 60-day free trial. Tell me a little more about that.
Mon Valley Independent. Are you looking for the best local news and sports coverage? Look no further than the Mon Valley Independent. The newspaper is currently offering a great deal of 60 days free for our electronic edition, which easily gets you through the winter sports season. Visit monvalleyindependent.com today or call 724-314-0030 to register for your free e-edition and follow your local sports teams and get the best news and sports coverage.
Liv, you know what my favorite day of the week is?
I'm going to go with Sunday.
Sunday. You know why? Because that's when we host the Valley Sports Guys podcast.
Not only does the Team MVI bring you the absolute best sports coverage each day, but now we've gone down the rabbit hole of podcasting. Join sports editor Jeremy Salou and sports editor Jose Negron in their cast of characters as they discuss the week's sports news, sometimes with a special guest. Join the crew this Sunday as they return to record the podcast at Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi, just in time for its release to the masses at 1 p.m. And I am part of the cast of characters.
You are part of the cast of characters. You are our always trustworthy moderator.
Yes, I am.
We appreciate your work in helping us make this podcast what it is. We're now reaching episode number 17 this Sunday.
Wow.
So we're very excited about that, and always good to be at Perked Up as CP Miller gets another bucket to make it 56-38 Waynesburg. Miller 17 points tonight. She has led the way for this Raiders team, and another errant pass. Waynesburg tries to take advantage of the turnover, but Lena Henderson, a nice block on Nina Serra.
We are under a minute.
Under a minute to go, 56-38 Waynesburg.
Ooh.
And a foul called on Waynesburg as Kaylee Rohanna was trying to race Bella Corrado to the loose ball, and she gets called for a push. Anything in particular you want to talk about on the podcast this week? No?
I'm trying to think.
I'm going to ask for your opinion. We got a lot to talk about. You know, we got obviously good week of basketball action here in the Mon Valley, but also got the Super Bowl coming up. Talk some football. We'll talk some professional sports as always. We'll have some gears to grind. We'll have a dad joke, I'm sure, thrown in there.
Sound the alarm.
We'll sound the alarm. I hate that alarm. So Waynesburg just controlling possession here, milking down the clock.
Yep.
Waynesburg on their way to picking up their second win over Charleroi in a few days. They had a 68-54 win on Saturday, and now they're coming away with a 56-38 victory over the Cougars. Kaylee Rohanna with a shot at the buzzer, no good. And Waynesburg prevails once again as the Raiders were coming off a loss at South Park on Monday, but they are able to bounce back here with a 56-38 victory. And the Cougars have now lost 4 straight games. They had that loss against California on Monday, 47-33, and were able to pull to within 5 there in that third quarter, but a late run there by Waynesburg kind of made the big difference here. But with that being said, Liv, thanks for joining me here tonight.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
Yeah, very excited to be back here at Charleroi. My first time here this winter. So excited to be back here at Charleroi. And again, I'm Mon Valley Independent Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron with Olivia Greco. Thank you for joining us. Tune in tomorrow for a couple other broadcasts.
Big games tomorrow.
I will be at Laurel Highlands where the Mustangs will host the visiting Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. So I'll be seeing Rodney Gallagher, and I'll be seeing Ian Hansen, Jake Pugh, and Thomas Jefferson in a nice matchup tomorrow. So be sure to tune in again to MVI Live. Thank you for listening, and good night.
See ya.